came up right over here in Sweetwater, believe it or not. You figure I've been here probably going on close to 30 years. But I migrated from Myrtle Beach. My family, we started out as a country, average everyday family, believe it or not, country boy. I grew up, we had hogs in the backyard, and that's kind of where my humbleness comes from, you know what I'm saying? It came from that. But when I came to the city, probably in the 80s, when cocaine was brewing, my life switched. So it went from Christopher Wilson to Trump Wilson. Instant.
Real fast.
Yeah, real fast. I grew up in the church, a Baptist church, singing in the choir. My family owned the only black business in town.
What business is it?
Shine shoes. My granddaddy started shining shoes under a tree in the 40s.
Yeah.
When you consider South Carolina, you got to really think racism and all that. So I was taught how to hustle. You take Christopher Wilson and my homeboy, because he say I'm extravagant. That's what he say. I've toned that down a lot. but you add Trump and you get the Trump Wilson.
Oh man.
Yeah, and that's how it came about. My homeboy told me one time I was living in Atlanta. He say we was building a studio. He say, man, we need to get some equipment. So I tell him, I said, okay, we're gonna get a $40,000 board and we're gonna get a $20,000 keyboard. You know, not really thinking about the value of it.
Right.
And he said, what you think you is, Donald Trump's son? And the Trump stuck from that day.
Exactly.
And I added the Wilson to keep him dealing with copyrights. And that's how you get it right there.
That's how you got Trump. Okay, how long have you been doing the studies, the documentary on Duval?
This is my third year doing documentaries, but it took me 10 plus years to even progress to get to the point that you do. A lot of people don't know this. I'm a mortician by trade. I ain't born body. Real deal.
Going to school for that.
Believe it. See that? You never know. You never know where dreams start.
Yeah.
I was 8 years old. I saw a homeboy of mine, my best friend, his brother get drowned, get murdered by some boys in the neighborhood. I went to touch him, and from that second, the infatuation.
You knew what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I knew what I wanted to do. So by doing that, though, it made me conscious. Niggas was dying for no reason. The plan was bigger than jealousy and envy and everything, and it made me conscious. And so I started saying to myself, how the fuck am I gonna get people in tune? Teach them without teaching them.
Yeah.
I realized I had the ability to mingle on both sides of the track. I'm a professional dude, but I'm able to mingle on the street side.
Straight.
It's awkward to take a camera around into dope houses, niggas' neighborhoods, period. Black people, camera off guard, off limits. So I knew I had the chemistry. I didn't know how to do it, but I knew I had the ability. I knew I had street friends and I knew I had professional friends.
Right.
And if I could get my street friends familiar enough with me with a camera
and
trust me, I knew that I could tell their story. Because when I looked at the news, I realized they weren't telling our story.
What they thought happened.
What they thought happened. I covered the Tiffany Hollis murder, and it taught me, from that second that this camera only gonna go so far into my neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah.
But I knew I had the ability to take a camera farther. I wouldn't give a damn if it was a mini cam, a camera, it don't matter to me. A phone camera, if I can get the story, I get the story.
Right.
And that's how the documentary thing came about.
Streetz liaison.
Yeah, that's how it came about. And luckily, I'm able to go to the north. I'm able to go to the east. I ain't been to Mandarin yet. I don't think they're gonna let me out there, but I'm able to go where the story count, where black people live at. That's where the story count. For me as a person, that's where it counts.
Okay.
One of the leaders or one of the carriers of Duval? I consider myself a trendsetter in Duval. Yeah, I consider I did something very awkward by taking a camera and making myself, making people aware of me. I think that's very awkward to do. Go ahead. I would say this here. There are a lot of rappers in this city. There are a lot of business people in this city that I influence. I say that because that's what they tell me, and I can see the influence on them. I let the people classify whatever that's called leader or whatever. But me myself, I like to set trends. I like to show them something different. You know, everybody wear the white tees. I wear collared shirts.
Oh man.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think, or why is it so that Duval don't support their local talent as much as they should? And I'm not just talking about rappers. I'm talking about talent, poets.
Period.
I'm talking about playwrights. Because in the magazine, it could consist of just talent.
What's wrong with Duval? What makes Duval different from Atlanta?
Number one, when you consider the mechanics and what it takes to pull this off, we're not formatted to even do that. We're not a city like Atlanta or Miami. Okay, we don't have that. So number one, in order for us to support anybody, you have to grind extraordinarily. It means you really have to stick out, and a lot of us fail to do that. That's number one. It's like black people. In order for us to follow you, we gotta see the shit.
Yeah.
Period. You can't tell us, nigga, you gave away 40,000 CDs and we ain't seen them. We don't go for that shit. And a lot that's what has been going on. But now you got people who records get played in clubs. You got people who are known in the city, even besides Cash. You know,
most
entertainers. You got people who do what they do. I think it's more prevalent now that people support now versus 5 years ago.
Yeah, it is better. You're right.
And I think that they're gonna keep going. Me, you can't sit your Hollywood ass in front of my camera. I don't do the popular.
Yeah.
I do the up and coming.
Yeah.
Because I got tired of that. What you talking about?
Right.
So when you just asked me that question, I was gonna tell you I don't know, cause I do something. I'm gonna tell you something. You got black authors here. You got Devin Colton from the East Side.
Brian Davis.
Exactly. I don't wait till they become Oprah. You know, I go get them before then. Yeah.
Because I love always be there.
That's when that passion. That's when the most passionate.
But I gave up a lot to do that. I give up a lot annually to do, period. To run around and chase them and get their story and tote guns in their neighborhood every day. I'm being real, and it's aggravating to me as a person because there's a professional side to me.
Yeah.
But to bring it to life, to get people to say, you know what, it's a story in our neighborhood. It's a star in our neighborhood. That's what I do with my camera, with my gifts, with my talents. I could be doing some other shit.
Right.
And that's why we're here to commend you for that. That's why
I could be doing something else.
We respect every bit of that because we know how hard it is.
It's hard. It's hard. It's been tough on me. I gave up a $250,000 house on Ortega on the river to come back and live in the neighborhood. You can't tell the story if you ain't here every day, nigga.
Right.
I shake everybody's hand around here every day. I give the crackheads $1 every day. You understand what I'm saying? I buy a bill for somebody every day. I was out of touch with that for years.
Yep.
I was out of touch with that. I lived across the bridge. I live, like I said, over in Ortega. I live outside the hood, just kind of coming in the hood and dipping out. You cannot pull a community together, a city together like that. Me, I live right on James Road. They can come knock on my apartment door, you know what I'm saying? We still own about 6 houses in the neighborhood. They can come find me.
Right.
They catch me on my grill. Yeah, I'm very accessible to them. And it's kind of weird because I know you called yesterday, you expect me to be so casual, right? Nobody does, though. It throws them off. They do think I'm arrogant, and I am. To push my way in, because I don't ask for a spot. I deal with news stations.
Right.
I deal with different personalities, different attitudes. I collect sponsorship money. So I have to be a businessman.
I understand.
And there is an arrogance that comes along with that. You feel me?
Right.
In order for me to get what I want from these good white folks,
you got to show them.
I got to show them. When I walk in, I don't walk in timid. But the average everyday people think that I'm arrogant, and I'm not. When you call, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, you
what you need? Tell them that, because they don't know that.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was. It was no 20 questions
Yeah.
or let me see. It was some artists I have interviewed, well, what I'm gonna have to do or what I'm, like,
Exactly.
and it wasn't like that.
I don't do that.
It wasn't like that. I had to go and do a little research on you, and honestly, if your documentary wasn't that good,
Yeah.
I was gonna take the pictures, honestly, and I was gonna say, well, that's a nice man, but we don't really need him. But it was thought out. It wasn't, it was really thought out. It was a lot of. You can learn from that, and that's what it takes for you to, what you're doing. You teaching, so you're doing a good job.
And I tried to figure out how could I teach them without teaching them, bro. I was like, black people don't take the shit like that. I didn't want to come across as a know-it-all. I got to come across with facts.
Right.
Cause I tell a nigga, we'll be walking, we'll see a girl with a fat ass. He'll be like, damn, she got a fat ass. I say, but yeah, she probably 17, and in zone 2, 66 of them per 1,000 is pregnant.
Yeah.
They dig me when I come at them like that.
Yeah.
And then they be want to know, well, nigga, where you know that from? And I say, well, you can go down on A. Philip Randolph, nigga, to the census and collect all the census on the city if you really want to know.
You see, that's teaching.
But see, people don't want us to know that.
They don't want to know. Because when I went down there to get the information, it was cameras like a motherfucker. Everywhere. They know when I come in, they know when I'm walking in anyway. They get agitated. They don't really want to give me the information.
Right.
I gotta wait and fish for it. You can get it faster than me now because they know what I do.
They know you're educating us.
I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell y'all that, look, man, the funds for this city are not allocated properly. They are not distributed like they need to be.
Because we found millions of dollars being operated at the jailhouse downtown every year.
But they say,
I learned that on the documentary.
I don't want to come across as a know-it-all, but they say, well, Trump, how you know? Just take a look around your neighborhood, man. Your services, you might be lacking services in a certain area, but you might go over to Mandarin, and that service might be full-blown in that area, and it's apparent.
Exactly.
It's noticeable.
Right.
The things that are taking place now are noticeable, y'all.
Yeah. Right in front of our eyes.
Right in front of our eyes. I don't fake a move, I make a move. I tell people, save yourself. Don't wait for nobody to save you.
Let me ask you this question. What do you think it's going to take for us black people to get out of this Jason Bourne theory? You seen the movie, what was that movie with Jason Bourne? Where he forgot everything. Basically, because, black people, we were the first ones here. And they've been hiding that from us. So, I mean, what do you think it's going to take to wake us up? It's basically like waking up a sleeping giant.
Number one, I don't think it is. I think God got the remedy for all this. Truthfully. I truly do. I think this is a good and evil battle. I've dumbed it down to that.
Spiritual.
Yeah, it's a spiritual battle. And it's not really ours. See, you can do the best you can while you're here.
Right.
And it's getting to the point where you really can't even affect your own community. The energy that it takes from me to affect my community. We had this park here packed with over 2,000 people last week for the Dead Homies Block Party. The energy that it takes to make them things come about, and sometimes the recognition that we get is very little when we do something positive. But you can go out here, you sell some dope and get some rims and shit like that, nigga.
Get all the recognition
in the world. When I graduated from college, it tripped me out to know that if I'd have came from the pen, I'd have had a block party, nigga. Everybody would have been there, cuz you home. Right. Nigga would have bought me a fit. Man, when I graduated from college, I had about 5 or 6 of my friends around.
That's it.
That was it. It taught me a lesson. It's hard for us to accept it, but this is a good and evil battle. And man, I don't think we ever gonna come out of it.
It has been told the first shall be last, the last shall be first. And I know we were definitely first. Yeah. Right now, it sure seems like we last.
We last too, in the sense that we have put ourselves there. We have allowed media to dumb us down to the point where even people who should be mature, even our leaders, are singing immature songs and hooks and chants. I hate to go with it there, but when you ask a question like that, you got to think about the root of the problem. The motherfucking root of the problem is ignorance. Period. Nigga, I've seen more street money than most all these niggas, dog. I have never been to jail in my entire life, bro.
Straight like that. Straight like that.
And dog, you can go in my neighborhood. I can walk through my neighborhood and get anything I want right this second.
Right.
I have never sat in a jailhouse, bro. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. I'm not telling these niggas to stop this. They never hear that from me. I mingle with them. I understand the struggle.
Right.
But what I'm telling y'all is y'all better clean up, because not the crackers finna come through and use technology. They finna clean you up.
Right.
Yes.
You can run the red lights, but you got to read the streets.
Trust me, they finna clean you up, man. They gonna currency finna collapse. Ain't gonna be no more paper. So you dope niggas, boy, y'all finna be out of gas.
Yeah.
You gonna be trading services and goods. Trust me.
I agree.
Believe it. The game finna be, the hustle finna be electronic. If you don't know how to work a computer, you're out of gas. You're not gonna be able to commit crimes no more. You're gonna walk in Walmart and steal nothing. That's finna be obsolete.
Obsolete.
Watch. Technology. They're gonna use it to enslave you.
Beast.
Yeah, you gotta get on your game, man. If you're gonna hustle, you better be saving up your little money now trying to figure out how to get out your hustle.
Yeah.
And I ain't talking about no car wash, nigga.
No record label.
No record label. Them hustles is gone. Lawn services, nigga, all that. That's the rap.